sky, it's hope's eternal flame, never saying goodbye. Singing has been a passion for me for my whole life. But I'm sitting here today in my scrubs because I'm a doctor and I love helping people. Helping one another, this is love.
It's long been popular with sea, sun and nature lovers, but the Southern Cape is now attracting a different kind of visitor, the medical tourist. Here in the town of George, Dr. Ansua Steyn has started an aesthetics practice.
I've always loved medicine, obviously. That is why I became a doctor. It's also art, it's sculpting, and I think that's why the music is such a big part of me. Is I am a bit of an artistic soul, and I am a bit different, and I think that's what makes me who I am.
As an aesthetic doctor to the well-heeled, Dr. Ansua is very familiar with this high-end market that is built around beauty and the quest for eternal youth. But she felt the need to do more by giving back to her community.
And there you can see it is a lipoma. People started contacting me, and then I realized, but it's not just lipomas. There's people walking around with skin cancers on their faces, which is something that needs treatment. And when I asked these people, why have you not gone anywhere? And they were like, but where must we go?
Dr. Ansua's vision was to help people in need of reconstructive surgery, but without the means to access medical care. It inspired her to help those in need free of charge.
Okay.
And with a little coercion, she convinced 2 renowned plastic surgeons, an anaesthetist and an established clinic to join the cause. The Dr. Ansua Foundation was born.
And you would not believe this. A week later, I met Lolita.
For 8-year-old Lelitha Jantjies, it had been a normal Saturday afternoon spent playing cricket at school. After returning home and while alone in her room, the family dog suddenly and brutally attacked her.
Do you remember the day that you were bitten by the dog?
The dog was by me. I closed the door and I go sleep. I say, now did the dog think there's somebody else in the house, then he bited me. He pulled me to the window. I screamed, so he bit me and my other dog came, and then the dog pulled the blanket over me. And then my mom came and I screamed, then she heard and opened the door.
You're crying now, why? What's making you sad? You don't want to talk about it? It's not nice to talk about.
Lelitha's mom, Aisha, had no idea of the violence and trauma unleashed on her daughter that afternoon. When she got home, she found her little girl lying face down in a pool of blood.
It was really just 5 minutes. As I enter my house, I just see blood. And when I open the door, I found her laying it in the floor. And I asked, what happened here? And then she said to me, you mustn't be sad when you see me, but he really bite me in my face.
After several early interventions to treat her wounds, Lolita was eventually admitted to the Red Cross Children's War Memorial Hospital in Cape Town, where she underwent surgery. But her face remained badly disfigured and she struggled psychologically.
Do people ask what happened to you?
Yes.
And how does that make you feel?
Sad.
Are people nice to you or they may be mean?
Some of them are nice, but some are mean.
I put Lolita into a new school in Blanco. Then there was a lot of bullying going on because their children, they're not familiar to her, they don't know her. Every day when they got home, 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 will complain how bad the children are. It was like a rough time for us as a family.
Imagine living with a facial disfigurement in a world that places so much emphasis on beauty. A world where you are bullied or ostracized just for looking a little different. Hello, Melvin.
Hi, Claire, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Maligned and shunned his entire adult life because of the way he looked and living with significant discomfort, Melvin Maxim was desperate for help.
I had these huge keloids hanging, like grapes just hanging like this.
Keloids are caused by an excess of collagen or scar tissue that keeps on growing far larger than the original wound.
I was also a bus driver once. And one day the management would say to me that the board of directors, they want to see me. So I went into this meeting and they say that the colleagues of mine, they have a problem with me sharing a bus with them. They are scared that this condition is contagious. I got quite depressed for some time.
Was there ever any pain?
I think keloids is very itchy. That's the one discomfort. So when I'm in public, I try to switch my mind off it, especially when it's itching. But coming to sleeping and that's very discomforting.
He contacted Dr. Ansua for help.
Hey Melvin, hoe gaan met jou? Is jy reg?
Yeah.
Keloids is something that is really difficult to treat. So I told him, listen, we cannot treat all your keloids. There's no way, because you need to actually leave keloids alone. But with Melvin, I said, Melvin, you know what? I know you are happy, but we want to improve your life.
And the result was life-changing.
Well done.
Wat dit gaan doodmaak, okay? Dat jy en dan gaan die tannies. What I do recall from the first time I met her was a shy girl not wanting to look you in the eye. She was so traumatized because, I mean, what happened to her is absolutely horrible. I met her on the Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, I'm with the plastic surgeon and I showed him pictures of Lolita. And he said, she's young, she's had a lot of trauma, and the first prize would be, let's get her into a theater. We let her sleep and we do her whole face. That's Tuesday. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps, sorry.
Hallo. Kom gee my druk. Oh, wait, hoe gaan dit jou? Excited. Ek is excited.
After securing an operating theatre, Lolita was admitted on the Monday. It took 3 hours for the team to remove as much scar tissue as possible from Lolita's little face.
And are you happy with the operation, what they did? The doctor really likes you. She says that you're such a beautiful girl. And then after the operation, you came back to school.
Yes.
So are you finished or are they going to do more operations? Do you know?
No, they're gonna do more.
Are you not scared of more operations?
No.
You're such a brave girl. Okay, why are you not scared?
Because I was by many hospitals and I'm not scared.
Okay, kom ons kyk.
Kijk, want je moet nou nog gezond worden, hoe jullie dingen spelen.
Oegenomen, ik vind het eerst.
Want je moet nog gezond worden.
Wow.
Even though her face is not perfect yet, I've told her mother we're going to work for another year on her face. But even though it's still a work in progress, she feels beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can see it in her eyes.
It's remarkable to see that through collaboration, empathy, and dedication shown by a group of doctors, people like Melvin and Lolita can live a life free from shame and stigma. What are the future plans for the foundation?
The reality is just I'm one person. I hope to inspire other people to do the same.
3, 4, 5.
So my plans are I'm going to help one person every month. I'm going to try and change the world, one patient at a time.